Hey there, we're back with another little review of hiker-related things. And this time I'm going to review the book Wild by Cheryl Strayed. And let me tell you what, this is a book that really is masterful at dividing the hiker community. Because when I look at stuff online, it is just, it's wild, in fact, how, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that, come on now. How divided the community gets when we talk about this book, not to mention the movie. And for me, I'm one of those weird ones who is not on either spectrum, because most of the hiker community either absolutely worships Cheryl Strayed and this book, or they absolutely loathe her and the book. And they all have reasons for doing both, and good for them. I got to tell you, I'm right in the middle. I do not hate this book. I did find it a bit over-dramatic. Okay? After looking at so many people hiking the PCT, either on video vlogs or reading other books and stuff like that, I find this book to be over-dramatic. Even though she was a obviously inexperienced backpacker, which is odd because she kind of gives a background there where, you know, she kind of lived on a homestead, basically. And then all of a sudden, backpacking is completely foreign to her, and, oh, I've packed too much, and, you know, but she does basic backpacking mistakes and stuff like that. But it just seems a little over-dramatized. And I understand she probably did that on purpose, as a writer, because she is a professional writer, by the way. She isn't just some person who decided, I have a sad because something happened in my life that made me sad, and so I'm just going to wander in the woods. There was a little bit more to it than that. I give it more credit than that. But she is a professional writer. And so she knows the value of kicking up the drama a bit, because that leads to sales, okay? So really, my trouble isn't really with the book. Don't read this book to get any kind of insights on the Pacific Crest Trail, because that's not what it's for. This is a book that's a autobiographical look at one woman's struggle to deal with an emotional trauma in her life, the death of her mother. She deals with it in some interesting ways. Some of them I don't particularly find impressive. But one way she does deal with it eventually is hiking part of, not quite half, but part of the Pacific Crest Trail. And she did it as a completely inexperienced backpacker. And so if you read it as an autobiographical thing about this woman and her struggle to come to terms with this emotional issue, it's a good autobiographical thing. If you're looking for some kind of insight on the Pacific Crest Trail, you're not going to find it here, because, like I said, on the actual Pacific Crest Trail stuff, she over-dramatizes some things, but other than that, she basically had a Pacific Crest Trail trip. You can see plenty of them. I do have a little trouble with some of the organizations that wave this like a flag of, oh, it's the most incredible thing. There are so many people out there on the trail, and again, I am not knocking Cheryl Strayed. She did what she wanted to do, and she accomplished what she wanted to do in the miles that she did. Good for her. That's what the trail was good for her, and you know, hike your own hike. That's what we say. But there are organizations out there that wave this as, you know, oh, queen of the trail, and blah, 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 blah. And again, I don't think Cheryl Strayed is pushing that. That's just these organizations are doing it. And there are so many people out there right now walking the Pacific Crest Trail that are going to, number one, do the entire trail, and they're doing it for veterans. They're doing it for, there's a woman out there right now whose legs are paralyzed, but she has special braces and she's walking the trail. Why aren't we waving that flag all over the certain associations' website? She gets maybe barely a mention, but this book is all over the place. You know what I mean? So I can see why some people are kind of rubbed raw by it. But anyway, I didn't think it was horrible. I do not hate this book. I did not find it to have anything to do with really gleaning any knowledge from the Pacific Crest Trail, but that's not why it was written, so don't read it for that. I gave it 3 hiking books out of 5. Not a bad read, not a fantastic read, but it wasn't a waste of my time, so there we go.